Yeah, an interruption video on the subject of the free will thing. Okay, and it's not an official interruption. I mean, it's not an interruption. It's going to be part of the edited version. So zombie picture show. Okay, look, this is in the future. Okay, you'll be able to initiate subjects. Okay, and then you can do 10-minute videos paraphrasing where the subject is and all that kind of stuff. But the idea of the round table is not for you to do the entire subject and talk for 10 minutes. I mean, it just isn't practical. I mean, my video was long because I was taking all 5 videos, consolidating into what we established and what needed still might need some argumentation to be made. And I don't think it's like you didn't even watch the video. It's like, what the fuck, buddy? The contention being made is that there is no you that makes decisions, okay? It is your brain. And your brain doesn't sit there and make choices like a little man is sitting inside of your head, okay? Like you're a little man inside a little man inside a little man kind of thing. There's not some sort of infinite regression where you can say that's a you making a decision. The point is that there's a hierarchy inside your brain of programs, of principles and ideals and things. Like my first preference might be chocolate ice cream over vanilla. But then I go to the ice cream store and I see the guy stirring the chocolate ice cream in the machine with his hand. And I say, ew, I don't think I'll have chocolate today. Now my brain just did something, okay? It didn't choose vanilla like consciously. No, it subconsciously recognized something yucky and it basically said, hey, let's go for the vanilla instead. It did it. Brain said it. I heard me say it, but it's not like me made the decision. So you're still not getting to what we're trying to get to, which is the core of the decision-making process. And is that core process arbitrary? Is it some sort of thing that we can't describe? And I'm saying no, it's brain function, it's programs, they exist in a hierarchy. We have top priorities, we have prime directives that order our existence. And it's like you just walk right over this stuff. I mean, your own example of how you studied a guy in chaos theory and you could predict his every move validated exactly what I'm saying, and then you sit there and pretend you didn't. I mean, this doesn't make any sense. So well, anyway, I don't want you to have to remake the video. I'm just giving... The idea is to make 3 or 4 minute videos on one element of the subject at a time. Not for everybody to talk about the whole subject in each fucking video. So I gave you the option of picking a subject, okay? You want to talk about the existence of an I? Then let's talk about that. You want to talk about what consciousness, the nature of it is? Okay, let's talk about that. I think we've taken the word freedom off the table and essentially the word will off the table, because will is just what you end up doing. Right? There's no will like I sit here and I will it. No, my brain makes a decision and I'm informed of it when my brain does it. This entire video was made by my subconscious. My subconscious watched your video. It said, hey Gary, this is a pile of shit he's speaking. He's not on the subject. It's a 10-minute video and it's not specific to any issue. It informed me of, wow, that's totally fucked up. And then it informed me of solutions, which are, hey, he didn't get the 3-minute thing right, and maybe you should let him know that in the future he can control subjects and he can talk for 15 minutes if he wants to, if he thinks that's constructive. But it's not round table then. You're just not, I'm just saying, it's not going to work if we, and like again, my video was clearly a re-paraphrase of what had been established, and that's why it was 10 minutes long. So anyway, I'm not being hostile about it, but except for the fact that your content, I think, is still crap. Because you're not dealing with the issue that you can't say your brain decides. That doesn't get to the issue. You don't decide. It doesn't decide. There's a reason you have preferences and prejudices. And that hierarchy is established through a process. And what we're trying to establish is that that process is not influenced by mystical forces or external forces, that process is established by your life experience, what you learn and what you emotionally endure. And those things condition your emotional character and condition your philosophical character. And those two things, in the end, decide what you are and who you are and what the fuck you say. And you don't decide any of it. Your brain decides. Your subconscious controls it all, and your consciousness is just a witness. So if you don't agree your consciousness is just a witness, then explain to me some phenomenon relevant to my life experience where I can see myself, my consciousness, making a decision. Because I can't find anything. I can't find a single place. I can't find a single circumstance where my consciousness says, move your hands like this, Gary. Say these sentences, Gary. No, my consciousness doesn't do anything. It sits here and watches me do it. And that's what Longcat meant by I. The fact that he said he doesn't even think a you or an I exists is that he's saying the you and the I is not a player. And I said that right in the paraphrase. I used the words. It's not a player. Consciousness is not a player. The I is not a player. It doesn't make decisions. Brain makes decisions. That's why the brain's there. It makes decisions. Not little men in your brain, not little yous in your brain. Brain. Anyway. So yeah, try to keep the videos briefer and just do one subject at a time. Yeah, I know you're going to have the tendency to want to do more than one, but no, we have to do one at a time. And I really didn't want to force you to do this subject or that subject. I mean, I guess I could have itemized them and said, well, this is issue number 1, this is issue number 2, and this is issue number 3. Because frankly, I thought we kind of killed a lot of this stuff in the first round, and pretty much, like I said, these arguments, maybe you need a little more argument on this idea of the non-existent I and the fact that your consciousness is not making decisions. You know, so we can do more on that. But I'm just saying, I think we've already established the fact that there's no obvious evidence of consciousness making decisions. So anyway. Yeah, sorry this came off snarky. It's just that, yeah, this is just not, we're not on the right road here. So we got to get back on the right road. So Longcat, just pay attention to one part of Zombie Picture Show's video. Don't do all the parts of it. Or just say whatever you want to say on the subject. And, yeah, something like that. And maybe we'll give Zombie another shot at a briefer video after James, or the other guy, if he actually makes a video. So let's see how it goes. So, back to the normal process. Sorry, this is 8 minutes, but fuck.